A Southwest Michigan family whose tickets for this Sunday's Vikings-Bears game were taken out of their Ticketmaster account. 13 on your side's Julia Gorman is here now to show us what she was able to do. Julia,
this family worked to get their tickets back for weeks before reaching out to the help team. With just days to spare before the game, they finally got those tickets back today.
I have happy tears in my eyes right now.
Before there was that moment, there was this one.
Please, please help me.
Wednesday night, I introduced you to Tara Howell. Her family lives and breathes football. So for her and her son's birthdays this month, they got tickets through Ticketmaster to this weekend's Bears-Vikings game in Chicago.
This has been something I've been looking for my whole life.
They bought the 3 tickets for almost $2,000 back in August. Come October, though, she says they were transferred out of her account and claimed by someone she doesn't know.
2 days later, I could see them for sale on the NFL site.
Tara called Ticketmaster over and over for weeks. She spent hours on the phone. Not hopeful she'd get her tickets back, she sent 13 on your side a message.
My intention was just to have the microscope put on Ticketmaster and potentially, help lots of people.
I called and emailed Ticketmaster myself Tuesday and Wednesday. No tickets, though.
I was completely shocked.
Come Thursday morning, I got an email back. A few hours later, Tara had 3 tickets once again.
You are 100% why this happened. 100% why this happened.
Yeah. I'm just so happy for you guys.
Thank you isn't enough. I can't tell you all the words to, thank you for helping with this matter.
Over the moon about what happened, she's nervous about buying tickets in the future and even about just the next couple days.
Until we scan in and get in that stadium, I feel like I'm going to be on pins and needles.
She's trying to focus on the positive, though, because come Sunday, Tara will no longer be able to say she's never been to an NFL game.
I am going to lose my mind.
Ticketmaster did send me a statement in response to this situation saying in part, quote, overall, our digital ticketing innovations have greatly reduced fraud compared to the days of paper tickets and duplicated PDFs. Having that digital history is also how we are able to investigate the situation and restore fans' tickets in nearly every case, with most getting confirmation that their tickets were recovered within 48 hours. The top way fans can protect themselves is setting a strong and unique password that isn't used elsewhere for all accounts, especially for their personal email, which is where we often see security issues originate. End of statement.
It's a moment every dedicated fan dreams of. Your favorite artist notices you in the crowd of thousands of concert goers and makes you feel like the only one in the room.
Let's get her a chair somewhere.
That's what happened to Muskegon mom and grandmother Kathy Montavo at the end of last month at the Jelly Roll concert in Midland.
He was singing, and all of a sudden, he double took me.
Her road to that moment, however, was much more difficult than most.
I beat cancer 3 times. The last time, instead of chemo for my hair, I went through nuclear medicine. The side effects of nuclear is it's eating my soft tissue and organs.
Due to the damage treatment did to her body after her 3rd fight with cancer.
Melted my esophagus.
Kathy can't eat or drink. She gets everything she needs from these bags connected to her body through a port for 17 hours a day. She uses this lollipop-looking sponge to wet her mouth. She's constantly terrified of choking, and in December of last year, she was given just 3 months to live.
I have been working my butt off to make it to his concert. I was really depressed, crying a lot.
Instead of a bucket list, though, Kathy has what she calls a to-do list. That's where Jelly Roll comes in.
I had my IV pole like this because it broke through the mob, and one bag got popped. So I only had 1 bag, and I was hugging it, and I'm short. And all of a sudden, he went like this, and I knew he had seen me. Right there, I got the biggest relief ever. I knew he was coming to save me, because I thought I was going to drop. I didn't think I was going to make it.
This young lady is out here with a full-blown IV.
Jelly Roll stops the concert, gets his crew to pull Kathy over the barricade
You're a cancer survivor.
and into a chair with some water. I rewatched the moment with her.
I was so tired. My legs were shaking. No matter what I have time left to do for the rest of it, I got that. I got Jelly Roll, and he noticed me. I'm not invisible.
Kathy says those few minutes gave her strength she didn't think she'd ever find again.
It pumped me up. He took a big breath of air and blew it behind my sail. It was the concert was worth every bit of it.
I mean, if that doesn't touch your heart, I don't know what will. I did reach out to Jelly Roll's team about Kathy. She really wants him to write down the lyric from his song, I'm Not Okay, where he sings, quote, "It's all gonna be all right," so she can get that tattooed on her arm as a reminder to keep fighting. If I hear anything, I'll be sure to share.
My sister-in-law, she died in a car accident in 2010. For me, I'm gonna try.
It was rush hour last Friday night. Danielle Cazares and her fiance, Cheyenne Saucier, were driving on 131 coming back from Kalamazoo.
That car then got slingshotted off of the highway.
A scary 4-car crash right in front of them.
It went airborne.
But instead of sitting in their car, they jumped out to help a man hurt in the crash.
Are you conscious? Can you speak? She then was yelling at this point. The car is on fire.
Getting him out of his car, this is a look at that moment. That's Danielle and Cheyenne standing over that man.
It's gonna be engulfed.
Acting quick.
Running backwards as fast as I could until
Yes.
until I fell. Then I got up and did it again.
Seconds later, this was that same spot. Away from the flames, Danielle, a former nurse, got creative.
He had a bone sticking out of his knuckle. She basically set it and got some gauze from our truck and a wrench. Put the wrench on his hand.
Door Township firefighters responded to this scene, including Chief Gary Fordham.
The car was fully involved, not knowing at that point if someone's in the car or not.
He learned someone had pulled a man out, and later that it was 2 perfect strangers.
Not everybody would do what they did.
The chief wanted to properly thank the people who stepped in, but never got to meet them on the scene. So his department put out this post on Facebook looking for the ladies. It blew up, and hours later, the 3 finally got to meet.
Just to find them, sorry. And thank them. Yeah, we just wanted to reach out to find them to say thank you. Someone would have still been in there. Life-saving measures were well beyond that. They're the heroes of the night.
Now, the couple there is hoping that the man that they helped or his family see this story and reach out so they can be reassured that he is doing okay days later.
A quiet afternoon turned chaotic in the city of Douglas Thursday. A 55-year-old South Haven man in a pickup truck hit a power pole along Blue Star Highway, went down Washington Street before crashing into the Kalamazoo River. This was the scene in the river moments after. Several perfect strangers jumped in to get the man out of his truck, including Austin Walkus and Maxwell Clem.
The lights flickered.
They were working nearby when
we heard this boom, and we all kind of looked around and we all ran outside, and that's when we saw the truck.
Thinking quick,
he's like, "Should we grab a boat?" And I'm like, yes.
They sped over to the sinking truck, the man still inside.
What can we throw to break it open? And we were kind of looking around. I'm like, the fire extinguisher.
Douglas Police Chief Steve Kent says that man went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. If it weren't for those everyday people, I asked him, could this have ended very differently?
Absolutely. Would have ended tragically. Just amazing that it happened the way that it did.
I talked with several people who watched the aftermath of the crash, just amazed by the teamwork.
Just the response time of emergency services was astounding. And then the private citizens who just jumped in and did what they had to do, and it's a brighter day in Douglas than it could have been.
Austin and Maxwell say they're just starting to wrap their heads around what happened.
If I was in the same scenario, I wish someone would do the same thing for me.
Saving a life is everything.
But while they do, it's clear their actions impacted a whole lot more than just one life.
It restores your faith in people.
Now, police say alcohol was not a factor in this crash. A cause is under investigation. The chief also confirmed there were actually several people hanging out alongside the river near where that truck went in. They were all also completely unharmed. And the man in the truck, he actually grew up with the dad of one of those 2 young men you just heard from. Just incredible.